Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and it is late in the morning. What time is it? 3:37 a.m. This is the last video. Girl, I've been trying to watch these shows and get these reviews out as quickly as I can, girl. I'm tired. It's just the last one for tonight. After this one, girl, I got me a glass of wine. After this video, girl, I'm going to bed, girl. I want to try to wake up because I don't go to work tomorrow until 5 p.m. God, I told y'all we're not doing overnights no more. Ugh. Girl, I gotta tell y'all, girl, I'm not working overnight shifts anymore. They cut that out. So basically, girl, when I said I was so mad, when I said I was so evil, when they told me that we were no longer doing overnight shifts, girl, they told us that we was going to be doing it at least until April. I was like, cool. I like working overnight. Then out the blue, that was like, we cutting it. Girl, what? Some people end up quitting because, they had I believe they had, they worked during the day. Some people, they worked a couple of hours overnight. So anyways, girl, So girl, I go to work tomorrow at 5. Hopefully I can wake up before. Girl, because when I go to sleep, I'll be knocked out. Hopefully I can wake up a few hours before 5 o'clock so I can do a Hot Topics video. Anyways, so let's get into this episode. This is Love and Marriage, the latest episode, whatever number that is. Hello. So Wanda and Martell. Basically, it picks up where it left off. Wanda and Martell are arguing. Martell is out of order. However, listen to this. I know y'all just said however. Ain't no however. Martell is out of order. However, he was not lying about Wanda talking about his kids, okay? I don't like how he approached Wanda in that aggressive manner. And again, like I said, the one thing I will say about Love and Marriage Huntsville, no one has a problem with men and women. See, girl. No one has a problem with the men and the women. Am I saying this right, girl? I'm sorry, girl. Let me start over. No one has a problem with the men or the women on the show having confrontation or, having to, get into an argument here or there. It's not that big of a deal. We see men and women, get into disagreements all the time on Love and Marriage Huntsville. However, I think this was just a little too much for my liking. He did have his hands in his pocket. So I guess that was his way of trying to show us that he wasn't going to do anything to her. But the thing is, as much as I do believe that a man and a woman should be able to get into a disagreement, get into an argument, and girl, it is what it is. If I ever got into an argument with a woman, girl, a woman would never, ever have to worry about me hitting her. Now, I might cuss her the fuck out, and she might cuss me the fuck out, but girl, I would never, ever, hit a woman. That's not how I get down. But I do have to admit that when you do see a man and a woman arguing, especially in public, it can look a little like, nigga, you a punk. Like, nigga, you weak. You really out here arguing with a woman, and then you're arguing with a woman who's old enough to be your mama in real life, So it just wasn't a good look for Martell. However, again, it doesn't take away from the fact that he was telling the truth about Miss Wanda, talking about his kids. Now, I have a question for y'all, right? When Wanda said, what you gonna do? Jump me now? I said that instantly reminded me of Monique and Candace. And remember, I posed y'all the question. When women get into arguments and y'all be like, what you gonna do? Hit me? Hit me. Are y'all saying that, because I saw so many people saying that, well, when you say drag me, what was supposed to happen? So when Wanda and Martell was arguing and they were in each other's faces and Wanda said, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Jump me? Martell was supposed to jump her? You see how dumb and ignorant that sounds? So what I'm trying to say is y'all still dead ass wrong for talking about Monique had every right to put her hands on Candace because she said drag me. So what y'all are really saying also is if Martell would have put his hands on Wanda, he would have been well in his right too. That's exactly what y'all are saying. The only difference now is that the genders are different. Well, one of the genders is different. That's the only difference. But anyways, so yes, I did see a clip of one of you emailed me a clip of Miss Wanda talking about Martell's and Melody's kids. Let me try to play the clip right now.
That's what we already talked about the party. I told Tisha and Marceau not to go. I don't care nothing about no kids. You gonna have them kids just like you. Then they gonna be hating on Mason and Mila when they get big. Hell to the no. Take your children to no birthday party. Have my baby. Them girls hating on them. Get mad because their hair may be longer than yours. She got a pretty face, better than you. No. Y'all can call it messy. Y'all can call it whatever y'all want to call it, but I'm keeping it real. Mama like daughter.
Some babies good. He was sure.
Yep. That they said the fruit don't fall too far from the tree. That's true. But some trees got more better fruits on it though. Oh my God. Bougie and Ghetto, both. I'm okay.
So yes, Miss Wanda was talking about Martell. I just think that Martell. I understand that let me say this. I understand how anybody could be upset with any of us or anybody talking about someone's kids or your kids. But I do think that because Martell is not in the right space right now, I just don't think that he should have even approached Wanda. Like if Melody wasn't gonna say nothing, he shouldn't have said nothing. Because at this point, we could literally see Martell unraveling, right? We could see that he's starting to lose it. Even his homegirl Destiny had to really tell him, like, bro, you doing too much basically. You need to wheel it back in and get it together. Anyways. So, Leticia, I hate every time I come do these reviews. I do not want to tell y'all that y'all bitches was right, but y'all probably were right about Leticia. I don't think I too much like Leticia no more. I don't think I too much care for Leticia. Like I don't hate her, but it's like. I don't too much care for Leticia. Like, I might end up what I'm trying to say is by the end of this season, I might start liking Leticia again. But right now, she really left a sour taste in my mouth. Like, Leticia, some of y'all clock Leticia. I can't even talk, girl. I'm ready to go to sleep. Some of y'all clocked Leticia's tea a long time ago. I used to try to defend Leticia. But after this episode, Leticia, you just like your mama, low key, and that's not even a good thing. Like when Leticia told Wanda, Mel not innocent. She went and got Wanda. Wanda went chasing after Mel, so she was like, Mel not innocent. What her husband did to her is between them. I thought that was so whack for whatever reason. Like I don't know. I just thought it was whack. Mel not innocent. I'm sure that Mel has done some things throughout the marriage that she could, wish she could probably do over. I'm not saying that she cheated on Martell, but I'm sure she probably, no one is 100% like the perfect friend or the perfect boyfriend or husband or wife or anything. So there are some things that we all can improve on. But I just didn't like how she was like, Mel ain't, I just did not like that. I did not like it at all. Everybody goes back to the table. Wanda lets it be known that she's going to continue the mess at the table. See, this is the problem. And I told y'all, I'm going to go ahead and get Wanda and Leticia out the way. I told y'all when I first started watching Love and Marriage that I didn't I just straight out told y'all I didn't like Wanda. Like I did not like Wanda. Usually these mamas on these shows I actually can deal with. But it was something about Miss Wanda where I just did not like her. Like, I thought she overstepped. She was messy as fuck. And then, I started to like Wanda and I was like, oh, she's actually funny. But it's like, I don't know a nicer way to put this, but Leticia, your mama, she's a bitch. And that's just what it is. And everybody knows it. But everybody's trying to respect you as her mother, so people are really trying not to go there with Miss Wanda. Quiet as it's kept, if them cameras wouldn't have been there, Kimmy probably would have whooped Miss Wanda's ass. And if you really want to be honest about it, I don't know why I feel this way, but I don't think that Wanda and Kimmy are too far off in age. I think Kimmy's like in her late 40s, probably 50. I think Wanda, for some reason, probably like in her mid 50s. I don't think Kimmy and Wanda too far in age. Like, your mama oversteps all the time. And even though Martell is a fuck nigga of all fuck niggas, it was inappropriate for your mama to be at that goddamn birthday party, steady talking about some shit to a party she was not invited to, and then the host is trying to tell her, cut that shit out. And she steady want to go and steady want to go and steady want to go. And then she want to start bringing up stuff that got to do with Martell. This ain't even got nothing to do with Martell or Melody. This got to do with Jalen. Shut your ass the fuck up. And see, Leticia not going to be, like, to me, Wanda is the type of person that will have you getting your ass beat by, you know, her sons. Like, Miss Wanda is the type of person you would have to curse out, and then you would have to fight her husband or fight her 2 sons or fight her 3 nephews. Because Miss Wanda is always in the wrong. I can appreciate her going up to Melody and letting Melody know, girl, you gonna be all right, find another man. That nigga ain't shit pretty much. You know, Martell got mad because, like I said in my last video, he was probably upset for the fact that he already told Melody, so ain't no older women came and told you basically to stay with me. That's basically what he said. And now you got this older woman telling her the opposite of, girl, you gonna be all right, leave that nigga, it's another man out there for you. Miss Wanda is out of line. She's out of order. Hello? And Leticia, you out of order too. Leticia, Miss Wanda to me is worse than the old lady gang combined. Miss Wanda is hell on wheels. And she's not going to be satisfied until somebody knock her ass off of those wheels. And Leticia ain't doing nothing but making the situation worse. And it may be the cameras that has Wanda thinking, girl, I'm a star now, whatever. But Leticia, you need to check your mama. You need to check your mama before somebody else do. And that's really going to cause a bigger chaos and confusion. Because the truth of the matter is, don't nobody want nobody talking to their mama crazy. But Leticia, your mama be overstepping. And she in the wrong. And the majority of the time, she loud and she wrong. She might be right, but she wrong at the time. For doing what she doing at the time. I don't know what Leticia gets this whole thing of, oh, well, I invite my mom everywhere. Leticia got to be slow. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Leticia has to be slow. There's no way a grown-ass woman with 3 kids does not understand etiquette or what it means to be invited to a party, or just because I'm telling you that your mama can't come. Like, I don't have no beef with your mama. Your mama don't know how to conduct herself in public. That's what the fucking problem is. And until she can figure that out, her ass ain't going nowhere. Hello? Where I'm hosting the event. That's what that's about. Anyways, so Destiny is throwing an event. She meets up with her party planner, Martell goes to Destiny and he apologizes to Destiny for whatever reason. I guess because Destiny was out and caught in the middle of the mess, I guess. Martell is a mess. That's just what it comes down to. Martell, most of the time, I just sit there watching Martell with my mouth wide open because I can't believe. Like, it's almost like a big disappointment. You have Martell, who seems like he may be, you know, halfway smart, you know, a nice looking person. He seems as though he's hands-on with his kids, I guess. So you have this person who, from the outside, I guess at least on paper, well, not even on paper no more. Like, I don't know, it's just Martell is just a big walking, like, it's just like a big ball of, like, disappointment. Like, and then the things that come out of his mouth it's like, I don't even think he realizes the stupid shit that he says. And I think he finally probably caught on to it. That's why he stopped when he started talking about women and then women making equal pay as men. And it's just like this, like, I'm literally like, I'm always like at a loss for words. Like, Martell gives me a headache. It's really nothing I can say about Martell. Like, Martell is a mess. Everything about Martell, unfortunately, is a mess. Anyways, so I don't want to talk about Martell. As the time progresses, you'll understand your role as a woman. What's my role as a woman? He can't even explain what the role of a woman is. Okay, girl. Melody. Melody is with her brother. Melody, your head look a fucking mess. Every time I try and give you a little bit of leeway, bitch, you a disappointment too with that head of yours. When I tell you, every time I feel like Melody got it together, she take 5 steps back. I don't know what in God's name you had plopped on your fucking head. Girl, I said, girl, is that part of, I don't know if that was part of the Halloween costume she was getting ready to wear. I don't know, girl. I don't know. Them braids, was a mess. So this is where I actually got pissed and I had to like calm myself down. And probably because I'm a gay man. You know I'm messy as hell on my channel. So I have to remind myself of that sometimes. But Melody lets her brother know that Martell decided to tell his nieces and nephews that he liked boys. Martell says, I don't know. I thought that was so like everybody in my family know I'm gay. Like, girl, I go with my nieces saw my fingernail polish. Your fingernails are polished? Yes. And she went on to her room. Girl, you know? But I haven't had some conversation with my nieces about my sexuality. I mean, there's no point in it. But, you know, like, I don't know. I just felt like I just want to know how that came about. Like, did Martell really do that in a malicious way? Like, if he did, like, girl, Martell is trash of all trash of all trash. If Martell did, and I really thought that Martell, when it comes to, I thought for the most part that Martell probably was a fucked up husband and a fucked up partner. But I thought that as far as like treating other people that he probably don't have to partner with, I felt like Martell was the type of person where he could trick somebody in thinking that he was a gentleman. Maybe he is a fraud. You see what I'm saying? Like, I always felt like Martell was a type of black man that I would not, the type of black heterosexual man that I would not be afraid to be around. Like, I wouldn't think that Martell would beat my ass. You see what I'm saying? But when you pull stunts like this, it gets all types of thoughts just start going in my head on what type of person you really are. I don't know Martell because the only thing I know about Martell is what I see through the TV screen, you know? I don't know, girl. It is what it is. Melody says she's thinking about getting full custody. I don't know, girl. This whole, you know, it was wrong. I thought it was wrong when Martell tried to do it, but I feel like Martell was trying to do it really to be on some evil type of shit. Maybe Melody feels like it is best for the kids. I don't know, girl. Kimmy, the podcast. I forgot about the podcast. Marceau, this is what I don't like about Leticia. Leticia is very, very fucking sneaky. And y'all all told me that. Everything y'all said about Leticia, y'all bitches was right in the comment section. Leticia, oh, this my girl. I thought something was going on outside. Girl, I thought it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Leticia had a conversation with Marceau. And he told her, well, you can't tell nobody nothing. We all grown, even if you husband or wife. you know, like it wasn't best to bring up that situation about Miss Wanda and Kimmy on the podcast. She said, oh, I'm not going to bring it up. And I was like, this bitch is a fucking lie. Because she even did the same thing to, remember on one of the episodes, I think season 1, when she, you know, when she brought up some shit on her podcast with Marceau, and Marceau didn't know she was going to bring it up. She loved doing that backhanded shit. So she brings up the situation with Miss Wanda on the podcast. Once Kimmy was getting that goddamn Leticia together, Kimmy is so just straight to the point. Like, bitch, it is what it is. Oh, you was rude. Okay, I'll take, that's fine. Girl, when she said you were rude, she was like, that's fine, I'll take that. Like, at the end of the day, the truth of the matter is, Leticia, bitch, I can be as rude as I want to be, because at the end of the goddamn day, bitch, I didn't invite her. So when she walked in, yeah, if I had an attitude, it is what it is. And I think, you know, I think Kimmy made a good point. And I think this is something we should all take in. Stop trying to start at the middle. And that's exactly, for example, I'm going to give you an example, since it's something fresh that's going on. Don't start in the middle of Real Housewives of Atlanta on why Kenya tried to out the girls on, you know, having sex with the stripper. Let's start with what's happened since we got on the trip. Let's start with how the girls have been paying Kenya dust. Let's start with how Portia said their relationship don't matter. Let's start with how Portia said that, you know, like, let's start at that. So let's just start right here, bitch. Let's go back a few days. Then we can determine how we got to this point, right? Okay. So it's like, girl, like Kimmy said, girl, no, we're not going to start at this point. Let's start at the fact that she shouldn't have been there in the first goddamn place. And she wasn't invited. Anyways, girl. So, the Halloween party. When I tell you one thing about niggas, are they messy? Niggas are so messy. Like when Martell brother, when Melody brother walked up, and I don't know why the other guys thought that was so, oh my God, they dressed alike, dog. They dressed alike. Okay, they have on the same costume. Girl, it looked like Leticia and Destiny low-key had on the same costume too. Y'all wasn't that excited and dramatic. I said niggas be dramatic and messy as hell. Basically, Martell and Melody's brother get into it. Marcus, girl, there go another M. I just remember that. Marcus tells, what's going on with all these goddamn M's? Marcus tells Martell that his husband Troy, that the kids told Troy that they wish that he was their daddy. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if he was saying that just to get back at Martell for, I guess, outing him to his nieces and nephews, or whatever the case may be. I can see those kids saying something like that. Of course, Martell was ready to beat the shit out of Marcus. Now, let me just say something. Marcus don't give me the regular punk. Hello? So while I do think that Martell would have beat Marcus' ass, I don't think that Marcus wouldn't have got no licks in. It wouldn't have just been no 1-2 TKO. Oh, they would have tussled. Marcus would have tussled with Martell. I think Martell would have came out on top. But bitch, Marcus ain't your average punk. Hello? So let's just be very clear about that part. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, Martell is grown. I mean, he really don't have to explain shit to Marcus. However, I'm glad, you know, even if Marcus, what they haven't been around for 14 years, he there now. And it is what it is. That was pretty much the end of the episode. What's at the end? Yeah, that's pretty much the end of the episode. All right, y'all. I'm gone. I'm about to finish this wine, and bitch, I'm going to bed, y'all. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.